Earlier this week, the world-famous Michelin Guide made some big announcements right here in the Lone Star State, awarding several local spots a coveted star and other designations. For many in the culinary world, gaining a star can be a huge honor, but we know it's also a lot of work.
Oh yes, here to talk more about what this will mean for these Austin restaurants is Emily Williams-Knight, the president and CEO of the Texas Restaurant Association. Emily, thanks for joining us, and what a big week it was.
It was incredible, and I was honored to actually be there on Monday night in Houston, and I can tell you, leading the restaurant industry in Texas, it probably was one of my favorite moments of my career here.
Oh, that's so cool to hear. And forgive me if my stomach starts growling, because anytime we talk about food in this hour, it just automatically kicks in. But what are some of the most immediate impacts these restaurants will feel now that they have this honor?
Yeah, I guess most importantly, right, is the recognition is global. And we know that travelers, about 2/3 will choose a Michelin destination over a comparable destination due to that star rating. So having 7 restaurants in Austin receive that designation of a 1-star right out the bat, they are going to see additional traffic, additional visitors. And they went from being an Austin-based restaurant to being a global restaurant just by hearing their name called on stage.
So special to hear. I think I have chills trying to put myself in their shoes and imagine what that moment was like. But we know there was a long road that led up to that moment. So talk about some of the benchmarks that the Michelin Guide is looking for. What are some of the things these restaurants had to accomplish in order to even get to that stage?
Yes, I think what makes Michelin so unique and so powerful, it really is the gold standard, and it's completely independent. And so from, I guess, the start of the 20th century, the first guide came out in France. And from that, it has evolved really globally, and of course came to the Lone Star State in 5 cities. In order to get that recognition, whether it be a Bib Gourmand or that 1-star that we saw happen in Austin, you really have about 5 criteria that have remained consistent from the first publication of the guide. And it's everything from consistency in the experience, the flavors, how the chef's personality comes out in the meal, where the ingredients are sourced from, and then really what cooking techniques. And so those 5 criteria have been consistent throughout time. And these inspectors, you don't know if they're coming into your restaurant. They may come multiple times. And you are serving that great meal every time. And then you literally get your name announced on stage and are awarded in some cases for decades of tireless work in the space. And I think that's why it is such a sought after recognition, and it means so much, and the emotions were so high at the awards dinner.
Of course, celebrations are just underway, but other than recognizing some of the best food in our area, why is it significant that this recognition is coming for restaurants, not just in Austin, but across Texas?
Yeah, you know, if you look at the Texas restaurant industry, we have about 57,000 restaurants. And so to have the number that we have that were recognized, I think is a testament to 2 things. One, it has shown the world that Texas has incredible barbecue and tacos, but we also have even more. And so what we've done is really taken the lid off of the secret, which we've all known, which is the diversity of our culture, the diversity of our state and our population comes through our food. And so having an international agency come to a state like Texas and say, hey, world, there's some really special things happening. I think it's going to drive more visitors, but I also think it's going to drive more chefs to want to come to Texas to open those great restaurants. Maybe not go to LA, San Francisco, Chicago, New York, right? Why not come to one of our big cities here in Texas or beyond? That's the real win for the entire state.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've talked a lot about the impact to your members and to the winners, but talk to us about what will people see, diners and our viewers, what can they expect if they're trying to get into one of these newly recognized restaurants?
Yeah, I would say book early, right? I mean, as the guide was just published, and we know people actually will set a map across Texas now and go from one city to the next, hitting these Michelin starred or Michelin Bib Gourmand recommended restaurants. And so we say 1 is book early, but 2, when Michelin told us they were coming and partnered with, you know, our different tourism agencies and Texas Travel, I think what was most important is that all boats are going to rise in a high tide. So if you're coming to Austin for, say, to eat at Emmer and Rye, you're still going to have 2 other meals and snacks to eat out. And I think that's where Austin in particular is going to shine, because we have so many local independents, just under 6,000 restaurants in Texas, with more than half are independent restaurants. And so I think it's going to give people a chance to come taste a Michelin restaurant, have that recognition and experience that you desire, but make sure you're stopping in at our local cultural, just incredible eateries across the city. That's where so much of the magic is. So I think you're going to see that the star restaurants will benefit, the recommended, but also everyone else in the restaurant space will benefit from this recognition of Austin.
Well, as they say, the stars at night are big and bright. Emily, thank you again for joining us, and good luck getting a reservation at one of those places coming up.
Even I'll have a hard time. Thanks so much.
We appreciate it as always, and we will be right back after this. Stay with us.